Payton Pritchard has the obvious case to start for Boston, no matter how you spin it. The Boston Celtics are at a crossroads with their backcourt heading into the 2025-26 season. For the first time in several years, there is real uncertainty at the point guard position. Jrue Holiday's departure has left a gap in the starting five, and while Boston has options, the debate is quickly narrowing to two names, Payton Pritchard and Anfernee Simons. On paper, it looks like a clash between a steady, internally developed guard and a proven scorer acquired from the outside. But when you dig into the details, efficiency, team fit, defense, and long-term contract situations, Pritchard has the obvious case to claim the starting job. No matter how you frame the conversation, he checks the boxes that Boston should prioritize. The long road to opportunity. Pritchard's journey to this moment has been anything but smooth. Drafted 26th overall in 2020, he entered the league as an undersized guard on a team loaded with talent. Through three different head coaches, Brad Stevens, Ime Udoka, and Joe Mazzulla, he has often been the odd man out in Boston's rotation. Despite requesting a trade in 2023 due to limited playing time, the Celtics held on to him, believing in his long-term potential. Fast forward 2 years, and that patience has paid off. Pritchard's role increased significantly in 2024-25, culminating in a 6th Man of the Year award. He finally had the ball in his hands consistently, and he rewarded Boston's trust with the most efficient season of his career. By the numbers, efficiency that can't be ignored. What separates Pritchard from Simons isn't just availability or loyalty to the franchise, it's elite efficiency. Three-point shooting. Pritchard hit 44% of his corner threes and 41% from above the break, both elite marks that stretched opposing defenses to their limit. Mid-range game. At 53% on mid-range shots, he ranked in the 100th percentile among guards, per cleaning the glass. That level of consistency from the in-between zones gave Boston an extra layer of offensive balance. At the rim, despite his size, he converted 75% of his looks at the rim, finishing through traffic and cutting with precision. Overall impact, his 63.1% effective field goal percentage placed him among the very best in his position group league-wide. Contrast that with Simons. While the Portland guard has always been an explosive scorer, much of his production has come from volume rather than efficiency. He's hovered in the mid-30s from deep, and his shooting percentages, while respectable, don't match the pristine numbers Pritchard put up last season. The context matters. It's important to acknowledge that Simons has had a very different career path. For the past few years in Portland, he's often been forced into the role of primary scorer, especially after Damian Lillard's departure. Without consistent superstar support around him, Simons has had to take more difficult shots, often against the opposing team's best defenders. Interestingly, when he played alongside both Lillard and CJ McCollum, Simons' efficiency spiked. That suggests he thrives in a secondary or tertiary role, similar to what Boston would ask of him. But here's the catch: even in those stretches, his efficiency never reached the levels Pritchard displayed last season. So, while the comparison isn't perfectly apples to apples, it's fair to say that Pritchard has maximized his opportunities in ways Simons hasn't fully matched. Defensive edge. One of Boston's defining traits during their championship run in 2024 was defense. They didn't just outscore opponents, they overwhelmed them with versatility and discipline. In this sense, Pritchard fits the Celtics' identity better than Simons. Pritchard is not a lockdown defender, but his effort, foot speed, and understanding of Boston's switching schemes make him a net positive. He competes hard at the point of attack and rarely makes mental mistakes. Simons, by contrast, has struggled defensively for most of his career. At 6'3" with average wingspan and awareness, he's often targeted in mismatches. On a Celtics roster that already features Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White, all plus defenders, Boston can hide one liability. But why choose to start one when they already have a capable, system-fitting alternative in Pritchard? The contract factor. Perhaps the most convincing argument comes off the court. Simons is entering the final year of his contract. If Boston starts him and he plays well, they risk losing him for nothing next summer. If he struggles to mesh with the roster, they've wasted valuable developmental minutes on a player who might not be in the long-term picture. Pritchard, meanwhile, is under contract through 2028 at an extremely team-friendly number. He's not just a rotational guard, he's part of the Celtics' foundation for the next several years. Giving him the keys to the starting job isn't just a basketball decision, it's a forward-thinking investment in Boston's future. Roster chemistry and identity. The Celtics core, Tatum, Brown, White, Kristaps Porzingis, and Al Horford, thrives on rhythm and spacing. Pritchard's ability to stretch the floor, make quick decisions, and move without the ball fits seamlessly into that ecosystem. He doesn't need high usage to impact winning. Simons, on the other hand, is wired to score. While that's not inherently bad, it raises questions about role redundancy. Boston already has multiple high-volume scorers. Do they really need another ball-dominant guard in the starting lineup? Or would they benefit more from a steady hand who can maximize possessions without disrupting the flow? The answer seems clear. The verdict: both Pritchard and Simons are talented guards capable of starting in the NBA. But for Boston, the choice isn't just about who can score more points or who has the flashier highlights. It's about fit, efficiency, defense, chemistry, and long-term planning. By every measure, Payton Pritchard is the right choice. He's earned the opportunity through years of grinding his way up the depth chart, proving himself as one of the most efficient guards in the league, and showing he can fit seamlessly next to Boston's stars. Simons, while gifted, feels like a short-term rental with uncertain upside in Boston's system. The Celtics have always thrived when they lean into continuity and trust their homegrown players. Giving Pritchard the starting nod over Simons isn't just logical, it's inevitable. No matter how you spin it, Payton Pritchard has the case.